All right, we're live. Boom. All right, let's introduce ourselves.
All right,
Okay.
I'll go first. Or
Mm-hmm.
you? Who got it?
Leah, you got it.
Okay, well, I'm Leah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you, Carl, what
I'm
this is.
Johnny.
And I don't
I'm
know.
Johnny.
This is a spur of the moment thing where we might leeway into a podcast. We might leeway into something else. But this is how it is right now. Unexpected. But so topic: do Black people need reparations? Um, I said yes. Leah said yes. Now, Johnny, what do you think?
Well, first we gotta ask why do black people deserve reparations?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Okay. Slavery.
Okay.
Leah said unpaid wages from slavery.
hmm What does she mean? But what do you mean by that, Leah? Unpaid
All right,
wages.
thank you for asking. Because you was on some other crazy shit, by the way. You was trying to tell us it's not bad for us black folks when, in all honesty,
Mm-hmm.
a cop can pull you over, plant a drug in your car, and make you go
hmm
to jail for having that drug. But you
hmm
think we ain't targeted out here? That's crazy. That's real life crazy. However, anyway, that's besides the point. The point is we our great grandmothers, great grandmothers, because it hasn't really been that long. We couldn't even go to proper schools because why?
Couldn't afford it.
Why?
Segregation.
Not because we couldn't afford it. Because the way that we looked, because of our skin, we couldn't even go to school. We had to stay at home and help mom and dad with the chores. Well, this is I'm talking about before Martin Luther King. This is what I'm talking about. So that wasn't really that long ago. That was maybe 50 years ago. That's not that
hmm
long.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, couldn't get proper schooling. We weren't being paid right. We was being paid as illegal immigrants when in reality we was brought over here to help build this country. And we was under the impression when we came here that we were helping build this country, not to be slaves. Because people like to say, "Oh well, Africa traded us," blah blah blah. Yes and no, because they traded us under certain impressions that we were helping build a country. You got to keep that in mind. So as a slave, there's hundreds of unpaid wages because we weren't getting paid for that, were we? We were not being paid for that. We were being mistreated. For what? For what? We couldn't even talk to a white person. That
That's
was a
critical.
crime. You will get burned and you will get hung, lynched, whatever you want to say. And
Mm-hmm.
that white person that you talk to, they would have to deal with whatever the white folk wanted to do. Like, what did they do? Like, shun them or whatever they did. But Native Americans, they get at least 3 grand a month because their ancestors died. And you know what we get? Shitty hospitals, shitty houses, shitty education. What else? We can't even buy a proper housing because just because you're black, that'll you being black will actually make the price of the house like they
Go
did
down.
something.
Now there was a
Yeah,
thing.
like it'll go up. It'll go
There,
up. It'll go up.
there was a thing where back in the day, if you were black, you couldn't buy real estate, so you didn't have like
See,
a head
exactly.
start. That was a thing.
Exactly. But Native Americans, they're given their own territory. They're given money every month. They're
hmm
we what do we have? We don't have no money every month. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have 30% of my blood, I don't get nothing.
So what makes you feel like you need that money every month? Do you feel like you need that money?
Well, I haven't even heard about this topic until today. So I don't personally think I need the money. However,
But
that is a topic of conversation.
you think black people in America need the money?
Yeah,
I mean, you can't just single out Native Americans. If you're gonna be honest and you wanna be real about equality and live in a country for equality, why actuality, why do they still get that money?
I don't think they should get the money either. I don't even think black people or Native Americans should get the money.
It's been 500 years and they're still getting a big check that comes out of taxpayers' money.
Now I understand that, but I'm just saying like for black people, right? because you started off, you said that they came over here to this country thinking that they was going to build a country or they was going to build a nation, right? But what happened
Help
was is the Africans actually traded um,
under
the
the
so
impression.
what?
Yeah, I said that too. I said that too. I said, yeah, they traded. However, that's why they came under the impression, not that they were going to be under these terms and conditions that they were brought over here on.
My main point.
Because
No, see,
it
here's
was voluntarily. You're right, it was voluntarily.
what do
However,
you mean?
the white man, the white man tricked the black folks because they gave us the wrong terms and conditions.
I see. I'm under the impression that the white man or the black man who traded the black slaves for weapons and goods from the white man didn't really care what they did with the African slaves that they conquered. So if if the African was trading another African, right, trading people, right? Those were people that they conquered through war, through conquest, things like that. And the white man came over there and they gave up those Africans that they conquered who were already slaves
Hmm.
for guns and all the other types of goods and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't really understand that part. But as far as like these days, like TJ said, were you able to get TJ on the chat?
Mm-mm.
Nah, we were trying to do it
But
with
he was
him.
saying by creating your own destiny and whatnot.
Yeah, no, but that's facts. Like I don't understand what y'all mean that black people need these reparations in order to
I never said
succeed.
need.
Nah,
I never
we,
said need.
we when me and TJ originally talked about it, it was about
Mhm.
I was saying black people need reparations
Right, I'm
because
not saying need.
because
However, I'm saying if that's the conversation that I do agree. But I don't think necessarily we need,
I feel like we
but
deserve it
For
okay.
what though?
just for past history. Like,
But don't black people get like welfare and Section 8 and shit like that though?
No,
but
sweetheart, no.
but
No, that's false information.
white
And
people
yeah,
are mature.
okay. Well, yeah,
And then
there's white people also on welfare.
another thing I'm gonna say this. The statistics show that black men make up 6% of the population, but commit almost 50% of the murders in the entire country. Does that have to do with the white man? Did the white man make the black man
That's
kill
actually
another
facts.
black man?
Definitely
Like
facts. But
you said,
like
what?
I said, they definitely do plant illegal guns in areas. The government does do that. The government also does plant drugs. I don't. Is this all new to you or what?
So the government makes you right.
Black people are definitely set up, and we're not able to get out of situations.
How though? How
That's why
how does the government?
California, felon can't even vote.
Huh?
And sometimes half of them crimes they're not accurate. Did you know that part?
What?
That they be
What?
charging people with fake shit. Like for instance, I have a cousin locked up on a murder charge for a
Hmm.
dude he did not murder, and the
Hmm.
cops know that he didn't murder him, but they still have him
So
locked up on a murder charge.
okay, so he didn't. Did he go to court? Like, what's his court date? You got a court
He
date?
he is locked up on a murder charge, and they know that he did not commit the murder, but they put him on the murder charge.
Right. So he's been charged, but has he been convicted?
Yes, that's the point.
Is he in prison or is he in jail waiting a court
Yes,
date?
yes, he's
Which one
in
is?
prison.
I'm not yet. She's not answering me, bro. Is she?
The
Wait.
first one.
You said
I
he's in
just,
prison.
I just did. I'm repeating myself. Yes, and that's another thing. People, like I also said, a cop can pull you over for a simple California roll, and they will plant drugs in your car. And then guess what? Now you're going to jail for a drug thing that you did not do. That's
How many?
another common thing. It's not like it's fake. That's actual fact. So I'm gonna
But
need you
but
to learn
but
your
that's
facts about how the conviction rate on the black people really is, because I've even been charged with things that wasn't fully accurate.
so. Let me ask you. You said that cops can plant drugs in your vehicle, right? So
They definitely
isn't
do.
that isn't that isn't that why they wear body cameras, right?
And guess how new that is? And guess how much of the time they turn that off.
You can't turn that off. You can't
You
turn that
have
off.
body cam footage of a black. Yes, they can.
No, you could turn it off, but if you turn that off while you're in the middle of, doing what you're doing as a police officer, if you're at a traffic stop and somebody is in trouble for a California roll and they go to court and that person says, well, I didn't have drugs in my car, he planted that there, and then the cop he turned his body cam off. First of all, you can get suspended for turning your body cam off in the middle of a traffic stop or anything. Anytime that your body cam is supposed to be on
So
and you
you
turn it off.
think that the system is first of all, do you think that the system is built to help the black community? Because it's definitely not. Because those things don't matter in court.
It's not.
They take
Well,
the cop because you
what do you
understand
mean?
when a cop arrests you, the cop is the one who charges you. Do you know that?
No, the cop doesn't charge you. What do you mean?
Yes, he does. So initially, when they arrest you, he charges you. That goes to the DA, and then the DA can alternate it.
What do you mean they can? Okay, what do you mean by that? They can alternate it.
Alternate it. So, like, let's say you and your girlfriend are arguing or whatever. You could
Hmm.
go to jail, or she could hit you, whatever. Little tiny slap. The cops are called. They put her on a whole felony for a little tiny slap that you're not even pressing charges, but because she's colored and she slapped you, now they're gonna charge you with a felony for first of all, and you're not even pressing charges, and you're the person that slapped.
So you're saying the DA
The
goes
cop,
out of
the
the?
cop is the no, you're not listening. The cop is the one who says it is a felony. The cop is the one who puts that first charge on you. That is why you're in jail or waiting to talk to the DA. You're waiting for this and that. And normally
Hmm.
they don't really give a damn about what the fuck you're gonna say. They only give a damn what their people are saying. And their people is the cop.
Okay, so when it goes to court, it doesn't matter, your side of the story. So you're saying that you're not, innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until proven innocent. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
But see, you're not. The problem with your argument is you're not addressing what I said, right? So if the cop turns his body cam off, right, in the middle of what
Mm-hmm.
he alleges, right, happened, right? So he says that
But they
if
don't
the defendant
care if
says,
what you're not
no, hold on,
dealing
hold
with.
on. If the defendant says that I didn't have drugs in my car, right, and then it goes to court, right? There's no evidence that. So wait, hold on. Let me back up real quick. So you're saying that if the cop turns his body cam off, right, when it goes to court and the defendant is saying he planted that on me, and there's no body cam footage of anything that happened, then that means that the defendant will be guilty. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like you don't comprehend English very well.
What, bro? She not listening, bro. Look,
No,
you're not
I'm
listening.
listening. It's just I feel like you're
Look,
very ignorant.
I'm ignorant. Okay, prove me ignorant
I feel
then. Let's.
like
All right,
you're
well,
you're
all right, you know
I
what?
feel
Let me
like
get
you're
serious then. Let me
ignorant,
get serious then. Let me school you then. Let
bro.
me let
You're
me.
not you're
I'm
not
done sending
you're
it
not
live.
you're
What?
you're not listening. I feel like you're ignorant due to the fact that you had many cop altercations.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
have?
What do you mean? Yes. Of course I have.
So give me an
I went
example
to
of one.
Rancho. I lived in Mobile too. What you mean?
Okay, give me an example of a rundown.
Like if a run out what a cop did.
Mm-hmm.
So a cop pulled up to us. We was chilling at the school before, and he pulled up on us, asked us for our IDs. I complied. He let me go. He actually gave me a ride home too. Then there was another time he came in and asked for IDs again. Actually, I've had so many run-ins with the cops that it's actually on my background for real though. Not like for real, like if you with the Riverside Sheriff's Department for real, but nothing really happened because I was always compliant, so it was always cool. Like they always let me go. I never had no problems with the police. I always been a cool dude. They always been cool back. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is,
That is the point.
can black people get up on their own? The answer is yes. Let me tell you why. So if you wake up in the morning, right, and you grind, you wake up in the morning and you move a certain way. It doesn't matter what your skin color is in this country. You can make money. You could be successful. So I don't know what slavery 200 years ago had to do with what a nigga makes, like how a man makes his choices today. You feel me? Like if you making certain choices, those are your choices. If the government didn't tell you to pick up a crack pipe, right? The government didn't tell you to smoke weed and have kids. For real. I know so many dudes, they went to college, right? College is free. What you mean? College is free in Southern California at community colleges for broke niggas, right? So if you broke,
No,
right? If you black,
it's actually
if
not
you
free. But I'm gonna
if
let
you
you
get the
keep
you can
talking.
get
But
the
it's
bar you can
actually
get the bog waiver. What you talking about? They got the bog waiver down there. It's called something else. Like
actually it's yeah,
it's
I know what
what?
you're talking about, but it's actually not free. Not everybody can qualify. But I'm gonna let you keep talking.
I'm saying poor people they do. You do qualify. If you poor, you
Not
qualify. A
everybody.
lot of
Not everybody.
but it's dependent
N-
on your income. So what you mean? If you are poor, you qualify for the bog waiver.
Not everybody. I'm gonna keep saying that because you're
See,
not
bro,
comprehending it.
you're not.
Not
See,
everybody.
bro, she arguing just for the sake of arguing, bro. Because I'm right, dog.
I'm
Like,
actually
it,
not because I don't qualify. So I
why?
actually
Why?
am not because if you're under the age of 23, it goes off of your parents' income.
Right. That's facts. That's facts. So you're not.
So
Are
not
your parents?
everybody has a parent under the age of 23. And if you don't have
No,
a
you
parent under the age of 23, you cannot go to college for
wait.
free.
No, no, no. It's
Point
not. It's
blank
not a
period.
parent. No, no, no. Hold on,
Wait,
hold on,
do
hold on.
y'all care if I add another person on here?
Who
Go
you about to
ahead.
have, bro? Go ahead.
Chanel. Chanel.
Please ask her
All right.
because
All right,
he
let's
he's
all
not
talk.
comprehending English.
No, she not making. Hey, hey, she not making sense, bro. Look, listen, bro. Look, listen.
Let
If
me Chanel, Green Room, Sign, guess Ford. Guess hold
hey,
on.
look,
Ooh,
listen, bro. Listen, listen,
I'm gonna have
listen.
Chanel right here defending this,
Hey,
just
listen, listen.
defending my
I
seat.
think she
Look,
hopped
listen.
off.
If you got
Oh
parents,
well.
right? If you got parents, add her back, bro.
She hopped. She's off. She's not on here.
Your thing is you're assuming that we're gonna have a parent that's gonna sign their name with us when that's not the
No, that's
case.
true.
And
Hey, that's true.
I know this because my grandmother works in a college.
Hmm.
So
That's true.
I already know how it works. So you're
That's
trying to
true.
tell
But
me
look,
things I
listen.
already know the opposite. And it's not for
That's true. But
argument's
look,
sake. It's just I
yes.
know what it
Listen
is.
to me. Let's see, bro. That's crazy. She not even letting me talk, bro. Listen.
Wait, hold up, Corey.
Cause you're wrong.
Can you put on like? Do you have headphones you can put on? Cause it's like an echo.
Yeah. Let me see.
I don't
Hold
even
on.
hear an echo.
It's like
Hey,
a.
bro. Make sure. Hello. Hello.
It's like
I don't hear
a
an
It's like
small
echo.
that.
echo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Listen. Check me out, bro. If okay, you can still just like other kids go take out a $2,000 loan, right?
Mhm.
To go pay your tuition.
Mhm.
You can go take out a loan
Not
from the
everybody
federal
can take out
government.
a loan.
Why?
Not everybody has good credit. Not everybody
No,
can get a loan.
no. Well,
That's a
they got
fact. Not
no
everybody can get a loan.
the loans through the college they don't require credit. Like they don't. It doesn't matter. You get the
They
unsubsidized or
actually
subsidized
do.
loan. No, they don't. I've taken out one before. They do not require credit.
They do, and they also
But here's the
require a
thing. But here's my
cosigner. They
point. Here's my
actually
point though.
require a lot of different
All
things.
those people who, all those people who get the bog waiver, or I would say all those people, but a lot of those dudes who get the bog waiver who come from poor families, these black guys, right? They come from these poor families. They get the bog waiver and they get the Pell Grant. What do they do with their money? Right? They drop out of class, and it was a thing, right? They actually had to uh, ban, getting your financial aid and dropping your classes. They had to actually make you pay that money back because dudes were getting their financial aid and dropping their classes. And what they doing now? They back at the warehouse, bro. They back working at that warehouse. And guess what they gonna do in 10 years? Be at that warehouse. Or they'll say, oh, I don't want to go take out a loan. I don't want to go take out a loan, to better myself or to get an education. I'd rather go, pay $30,000 for this car, for this BMW, right? I'll go take out a loan for that. I'll go buy these J's instead of a textbook. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
I
critical.
mean, I'll go buy these J's. You know what I'm saying? I'll go get fresh. I know niggas get their financial aid. The next day, I see them posted up with a taper. You know what I'm saying? Some new clothes at the mall. You know what I'm saying? With their feet pointed out. You know what I'm saying? Gang thick outside, looking fresh.
Yes. Wait, but look, let's tie it all back in.
All right.
You don't think reparations would help black people in
No,
at all?
no. Let me tell you what happened with those reparations, bro. Those reparations, the only people they would be good for are big corporations. You know why?
Why?
Because that's where black people would be spending their
Consumers.
money.
Yes. Okay, yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
might be
saying?
right. You might be right.
They, how do you become rich, bro? You invest your money into a skill, right? That could be college, that could be a trade school, that could be anything. It could be truck driving school, any type of way, any type of education, right? You invest, and then so that's how you move up, right? That's how you move up to the next income bracket, right? And then after that, you invest in assets like real estate. You know what I'm saying? Anything that can make you money back. But what do black people do? They just buy liabilities constantly, bro. They'll buy a car, right? They'll
Car.
buy new shoes. They'll buy outfits. BMW getting that money, right? So the government is either going to tax you or print all that money, and that money is going straight into a rich man's pockets. And guess what? In 2 years, you're going to see black people broke once again, bro. Except for the ones who invested that money. See, if I got reparations, I'm straight up investing. I'm going to go buy an apartment complex. You feel me? I'm gonna be rich for the rest of my life. But most black people are not going to spend that money. Probably, but I'm not the one who's to say, you deserve it because of your spending habits. But I will say, my point is that everybody has an opportunity in this country. You know what I'm saying, to become something, of worth. Become someone better. Period, bro. I know there's dudes right now, bro, in the hood right now, RCC waiting on them to just apply. They just waiting on them to apply. 5 years, the nigga could be in law school, bro, but he on the streets. That's my point, bro.
Okay. Okay. So your thing is we don't deserve it because we wouldn't use it for the better of our good.
No, that's
That
not what I'm
sounds so.
saying.
That sounds
Yeah,
so
no, I'm
dumb.
not. I'm not saying that because that's not my place. That's not my place to say that. Oh, like just because I feel like you're not gonna use it right, you don't deserve it. My point is that in this
That's
country,
literally what you just said. You just
no,
said
that's not my point. My
that.
point is that I was making that point to say that in this country, you have unlimited opportunities no matter what your color is, bro. That's facts. We just had a black president, bro. So I don't really get it. Like I really don't.
Are you failing
I
to
don't really get it.
realize that Native Americans get it, or are you just leaving that
I
part
don't
out?
think they. I don't think they need it either.
Okay,
Hey, these are just opinions.
but the fact, but let's look at the facts. They do get it, right?
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
spend it on whatever they spend it on. That's none of our business. So why should our spending habits differ, like, be the bottom line if we get it or not? Because that's your opinion is based off a small percentage of a large black community.
Hmm. What you
Like,
mean?
what your opinion is based off of a small percentage of a of it's just based off of a stereotype, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Is it?
Yes.
Now let's look at the statistics, right?
Because because if you think about it, Native Americans, they get land.
Hmm.
What do we get?
Okay.
What
All
do
right.
we
So
get?
I feel like
What we, hold on. What do we get? Hold on, Trey. What do we get?
What you mean? What do we get? We get what
What do,
every other American gets: the opportunity to be anything you want in this life.
okay, but wait a minute. The Native Americans have the same thing. We're all in
I
America. We
said,
all have the same
I said,
opportunity.
I
Hold
said
on.
they shouldn't
Hold
get
on.
it.
Just why can't you just follow what I'm saying? God damn. So we all have the same playing field, right?
Yep.
What do we get as a black folk? What do we get?
Nothing.
What do we
Whatever
start
you
off
want me to
with?
tell you, whatever your
Okay.
parents
What does a
have,
white Shh. What does a white person start off with?
the same thing black people start off with.
They
they had
spend.
a head start. They had a head
How?
They
start.
have what credit?
No, no, no. All right, go ahead. I want to hear this. Why?
All right, for me,
Why do white people have a head start?
White people do have an advantage. So
why?
we
There are
all
certain
know this.
advantages that they have. There are
Okay.
certain advantages that white people have,
But that's my
but
point.
it,
My point
I
is
think it's I
just
think
look,
it's social. I think it's social, not like
It's
you
no,
feel
it's
me?
financial.
just look,
I don't think so, bro. Go
just
ahead
look
though.
at what I'm trying to say. So boom, we don't really start off with any advantage in life. That's it. That's just the fact. White person starts off with an advantage. Now, what is a Hispanic advantage?
I don't know too much about that.
What I
Hold
mean,
on,
whatever. I
hold
think
on.
it depends on you. Asked the question, right? Can I answer it?
It's just either they don't have any or they do.
In their community, they do have advantages in their
That's a
community.
fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fact.
So specifically, a lot of jobs they require you to be bilingual now. So at this point in 2020, they have job advantages over Black people.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a fact. You won't
Okay.
get a job unless you're bilingual in
But not
certain
okay. But
places.
not every
And
Hispanic knows Spanish, and also you can go.
okay,
I,
dude,
you okay?
dude,
But look,
dude.
let me ask you
Are you
this then.
gonna
Let me
let
ask
me
you this.
talk, or are you gonna just keep cutting me off? Because I'm actually saying a fact. Like certain
Can
jobs
I
won't
ask?
hire you if you don't speak Spanish. I'm not like
But can I
it's
ask you a
just
question?
period.
Can I ask you a
No, because
question?
you're not letting me get my point, and this is why I don't like talking
All
to
right, go
people
ahead.
because I actually
Go
have a
ahead. My
point.
bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Now, what does a Native American have?
It depends on what tribe they're from. If
In the
they're
eyes
from
of the
that tribe
government,
that gets
in the
reparations,
eyes
they
of the
get.
government, they get a check every month. That is their advantage,
All right, facts.
regardless of your tribe. You get a
Okay.
check as long as you're 30%. You get a check.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you a
So
question. Are you done? Can
go
I ask you a
ahead.
question?
I'm about to be done. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not to be done. All right. Look, you on this live chat right now, right? Or this whatever this
Hmm.
is, this live
YouTube
stream,
Live. YouTube Live.
this YouTube live. What's stopping you from when you get off of this YouTube live to go learn Spanish? What's stopping you?
I already do know a lot of Spanish. I don't
So if you know a
comprehend it.
lot,
It's just
so
me.
if you know a lot of Spanish, right? See,
I'm not fluent. No, I'm not.
all right, so you can go
And
get
it's
fluent, right?
actually not that easy to just learn a language like that. Unless you've grown up listening to it, it's actually kind of hard for us to learn a second
That's not
language.
true. That's not
Especially,
true.
yes, it is true, especially as an adult.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's actually very true, and I know that because I'm in psychology. But if you want to keep saying otherwise, that's
Is that
whatever.
true? Because I know a second language.
I never said it's impossible. Did I say it's not okay? Like you can't? Did I say that you cannot learn? I said it is not
But see,
easy. Is that what I
that's
not
my
said?
point, though. That's my
All
point.
right, dude. Oh my God, this guy.
That's my.
Trey, I don't like this guy. He's
Hey, that's my
irritating me.
point, baby. Look, look. Hey,
No,
It's all
because
positive vibes, man.
you're trying to twist the words, dude. Like I don't
how?
like when people try to play with my words. Like I straight up said it's not easy. How and then you try to say what's stopping me? Nothing's stopping me. However, people already know Spanish and there's a hella of them.
Okay, that's what
And
they
they like
doing.
to
Well,
hire their
what
own
about
people.
dudes?
They don't like to hire us, and that's a fact. But if you want to keep saying otherwise, I'm gonna just have to let you talk because it's kind of
Okay,
irritating.
but you talking about
Because
they born with advantage of speaking Spanish.
that
I
is
wasn't
an
born. I'm not
advantage.
okay, but I'm not 6'7". I can't go be in the NBA, right?
What is
You feel
that?
me? Like
Okay,
everybody, but my point is that everybody has, every single individual is born with something that they're gonna have an advantage in life over the next person. You feel me? There's dudes out there, they
no.
built a certain way, so they they're professional athletes. You can say black people, right? You can say black people, their advantage is there's more black people in the NBA or in the NFL. Like at Trey knows, right? I got slave feet. I'm dummy fast. There's not a lot of white dudes out there born like that.
Those
Why is that?
are those are what are those traits called? You gotta be
Those are
born.
I
Those
was
are
born.
traits.
genes. Those are
I was
genes.
born like that.
Yeah, but what I was saying was those strictly off the fact that you black people couldn't buy houses
That's
at
what I'm trying
a
to
certain
say.
year.
He's not like letting me get because I actually have a very like the structure of how I'm trying to say where the advantages lie is gonna make it make sense, but he's not allowing me to speak. He's not
All
allowing
right,
me
my
to
bad.
make my
Go ahead, make
motherfucking
your point.
point.
All right, go ahead. Go
Because
ahead.
no,
Make your
because
point. Make
every
your
time
point.
I
My bad.
try to say something, you just knock everything that I say, no matter what it is.
Come on,
My bad.
let's have some fun, man. Let's come on. Let's keep
Hey,
going.
it's just a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight. You
There's
feel me?
no
It's a
hard feelings.
discussion, but you acting like Trump right now. You're not letting nobody speak. Like,
Go ahead
fuck.
though.
All right, go ahead.
I don't wanna talk to Trump. I think it's annoying. Like, fuck. Motherfuckers can't even talk without you saying something. Nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's wrong. Damn, I could have
Hey,
an actual scenario that I actually know is facts. Nope, it's wrong. Oh, really? I don't bleed once a month? Nope, you don't. Like, nigga, fuck. Like, nothing I say, you gonna, like,
I mean, cause
hold on,
look, if
please.
you just
Hi, Lisa. I'm decent.
Hold on. Let me try to. I'm gonna turn your mic down so we don't hear a private conversation. All right, Corey, you hear me?
I'm listening to you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad we doing this though. I'm glad we're doing
Yeah,
this. It's
bro.
funny.
Hey, listen, bro. My point is this, bro, because y'all over here talking about real estate and all that, like black people, whatever, right? But here's the thing: a lot of people came over in this country, right, as immigrants.
Mhm.
You see these Mexican niggas in downtown LA, bro, and they
Yeah.
got like the little carts, bro, and they hustling, they grinding,
They got
right?
that fight or flight.
They got that, bro. But you got these black people sitting around talking about we need reparations, and you just quit your job last week. You just walked off your job last week. You dropped your classes and you spent your financial aid on Jordans. And you talking about the Native Americans get reparations, but I don't think they should either. If you ask me personally,
All right, let me turn your mic back on.
Okay.
All right, bow. I didn't want to. I'll turn your mic off so we the private
I turned my
conversation.
mic off.
Oh, okay, bow. All right, so we back on.
Yeah, ooh, that was one of my jobs. Um, what was that? Oh, my advantages. Okay. So I feel like I should visualize this out. Like, let's have a picture. What do you think? I think we should have some pictures. This is gonna be fun because you guys want to talk about having fun. I'm gonna draw. I'm
all
gonna
right, look,
draw.
bro. Let me tell you something about my pops, bro.
Okay, boom.
Let me tell you something about my pops. My dad grew up poor, but
Mhm.
he's black, right? He's as black as you can get.
Can you speak up or speak closer to the phone
Oh,
so we can
let
like
me turn
hear
you
out
up.
loud?
Can you
Oh
hear him?
yeah, turn
Yeah.
me up. My dad grew up dirt poor, bro.
Mhm.
His mom didn't even raise him. Grandma did. You know them
Mhm.
black niggas, bro, raised by their grandma. One of them type of things.
Mhm.
He went to the military at 17. He graduated from college at 27, and he just retired as a lieutenant colonel. Right. So I want you to tell me where being black stopped him from doing that.
It didn't.
It didn't, because obviously he did it, right? But my
Mhm.
point is that like
What happened? He joined the
my
military.
yeah, he joined the military and he got his degree at
You know that
27.
they actually needed black men. And how old is your dad?
He's 60. What you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm just first of all,
No, no,
why
you
are you
asking. You
being
said
so
they needed.
defensive? Like,
Whoa, chill out. Hey, hold on. She said, wait. You said they needed black men. I don't know what you mean.
no, actually, at first they didn't allow black people to enlist into the military, and then they started to need more people, and then finally they allowed us to.
Well, no, they
So same
allowed
way
they
that we
allowed black
weren't
people
the
to.
same way that
They segregated them. They allowed
okay,
them to, but they just segregated them.
okay.
But they desegregated them. I'm not sure if it was for the Korean War or the Vietnam War, but it was a long time ago, and it's been desegregated for a minute. So like, I don't really understand like what your point was right there.
The whole country was segregated, my guy, but
I
okay.
get, look, I get the country was racist at its
Obviously,
root, right?
you're failing to understand a lot of certain aspects.
I get well because it
Like,
don't hold me back. You feel me? Because like
but you're not the only
money is
person in the
everywhere.
country. You're not the only person. You're
My
not.
question
You're,
was,
in my opinion, you're low key being selfish. Because I have two jobs. I'm in the medical field. This really doesn't pertain to me at all. However, I'm thinking about other people. You're not thinking about anybody else except for yourself.
no, but you made a choice, right? You made a choice.
Yeah, because my mom is white.
So you made a choice because your mom is white. You made a choice because your mom
Hmm. I
is
have
white. I don't
advantages
get it.
for having,
A white mom.
yeah.
And what are those advantages? Can you enlighten us? Can you enlighten the people who are watching this or who will watch this? What your advantages are because you're half white?
Bruh. Me
What
having
advantages
a
do you
white,
have over me?
me, bro, are you gonna shut up? Do you want me to talk? You're gonna ask me a question, then I start talking, and then you want to cut me off and say the same question as if I'm not trying to answer you. Like, shut the
Oh my
hell
bad.
up. This is Trey. This
Oh
is
shit.
why I
Oh shit.
don't
Getting
do
mad.
black people. This is
Oh shit. Getting
exactly
mad.
why. This shit right here.
Oh shit. Getting
So
Yeah.
mad,
fucking
bro.
annoying. Like, shut
All
up.
right. Explain yourself
One
then.
advantage that I have over another black female is, yeah, my skin is lighter. Yeah, I don't come off as the whole looking black part. And that's a fact. Some people, just because they are black and they have their hair a certain way, they won't get a job. I've seen it firsthand. My name is Leah. You can't tell my race off of my name, can you?
Mm, no.
Now let's say I don't know. My name is Mercedes.
So just
Okay.
the appearance of black.
Exactly. Just me being lighter does have advantages, and I know that.
You
Trey,
think so?
you're light also, so I don't know if you can relate, but us being light skins, we do have advantages.
I feel like that's probably like a
We
preference. I
always
don't feel
have
like it's
had
an advantage.
advantages.
I don't.
We always have had. That's why we've been house slaves. We weren't the ones in the
Nah.
fields. We was house slaves.
They was
We've
house
always
slaves
had
because
advantages.
they was house slaves because they was related to the slave master more than likely.
Okay.
That's not
Actually, I think
facts.
that's facts.
Mhm. Not all the time.
All right, but look. All right. So I feel like black people need reparations. Leah does to some certain extent. Corey, you don't. Correct.
No.
Okay. So what do you think would be the right answer instead? Because you said that on Instagram Live. So what do
Okay, I
you
got
think?
you.
What do you
All
think
right,
the
look.
black people need?
You know what black people need? Black people need a leader, bro. What they need is a leader who's gonna shift the culture. Who's gonna push black people in a direction. Black people like I remember like the Booker T. Washington type of philosophy where the way to beat the white man or to beat the Asian man or whoever it is, the Jew, anything, is to establish a reputation in the black community of excellence. And it's not too late. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's not too late. Look, black people can honestly come together as a community and invest into businesses. Invest into education, self-education, and and things that way. That's how you win, bro. You win economically. You don't force the government, which it won't happen anyway. You don't force the government to give you reparations
Mm-hmm.
or to give you
I'm
free
gonna,
money
I'm
to go.
gonna, be right back.
You got a dip?
Okay, I'm gonna just be right back. I'm gonna go write things down while he's talking. So I'll
Okay.
just mute myself.
Okay. All right. Well, me and bro can hold the conversation off for till you get back. Do you want? Are you gonna turn your camera off? Or okay.
I think
Um.
I made her mad, bro. I
I
think I
don't
made her
know.
mad.
We're getting a call from David. David, we on YouTube live right now.
I actually have a job. I'm at work for a living. I have things to do.
All right, join the
I'm gonna do
live.
what I have to do, and then I'll be back.
All right then.
Thank you, David. Motherfuckers are good. Motherfuckers ain't just.
What? Nobody want to tune into the live? We talk about. It's not like we talking about stupid stuff. We talk about actual stuff that matters to what we actually go through on a day to day basis.
It's crazy.
It's
Right.
good.
So it's crazy because what happens when you're an athlete and you train, right? You train
Mm-hmm.
hard every single day, day in, day out. Your diet's on point, your training's on point, your sleep's on point, your recovery's on point. What happens? You improve, right?
Yeah.
And if a whole team's like that, they become, they should be if they got, some natural talent, right? Because we're talking about sports.
Yeah.
They could become one of the better teams. The discipline that it takes to succeed in life, it's the same way as it is on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So, when it comes to basketball, you need to be taller. When it comes to football, you need to be a little stronger, a little faster, a
Mm-hmm.
little coordinated. That's all sports. But when it comes to this real life shit, bro, when it comes to economics, when it comes to making money in this world, it just takes discipline. It has nothing to do with your skin color. In the real world, right? In the free market, if you can provide a service, if you can provide a service or
The product.
a product, right, or good, right, then people will buy it no matter what.
That's a
People
fact.
will buy it no matter what. And if you can provide some type of value, right, to a company or to somebody's life, you will make money. And
Mm-hmm.
your skin color, in my opinion, has nothing to do with that. But if we're talking about reparations, based on what Black people have gone through in the past,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think Black people need reparations to succeed. I think, like TJ said, bro, you're in charge of your own destiny. How
Mm-hmm.
do you feel
I
about that?
see. I agree with being in charge of their own destiny. I agree with that. But the only thing that makes me believe that black people need reparations is because of the housing thing where we couldn't buy houses. Now, you and I both know that in the world, the most millionaires have become millionaires from real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So our great grandparents and our grandparents couldn't buy houses to a certain date. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, you took a large chunk of how black people could become millionaires. They couldn't even attack that certain market, so they had to go do something else, which forces them to become workers and not investors. And that kind of like leads down the mindset of an employee mindset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead
No, I
of
get what
like
you're saying.
becoming an investor, you're just like, well, since I can't even buy a crib, I'm gonna work this job and I'm gonna rent and rent and rent and black people, bro, like, you know what I mean? What are the stats of us actually owning things? Like, why do people have to come out now and talk about ownership as black people? Because it's so uncommon, and it's been uncommon for us to own a lot of things. But that's the only reason I feel like we would need it. Well, besides the slavery and stuff, slavery we need. Yeah. Hold on.
So
Chanel's joining. Hold on. Should we add Chanel?
yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, let's add Chanel. Chanel, you are on right now. Let me assign you to number 3. Hold on. Is it number boot? Wait, what's? Oh, you mute? Hold on, wait. Did she leave again?
She probably having a hard time connecting, bro. What's going on?
Sure.
Oh, there she is.
All right, can you turn your camera?
It's the deal.
What's the deal? All right, we're talking about reparations for black people. Are you ready to
What you?
talk? She muted herself. Are you ready to talk?
Huh? Exactly. This shit is trash.
Alrighty, daddy. Oop. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was critical. All right. I forgot where I left off or where you left off.
Where's TJ at? You can't get him on this?
I tried. Um, I'm gonna call him again. Tell him to get on the live. Call him right now. Hey, but no, on the real, we're having a very good discussion. I feel like.
I should try to get my brother on
Hey,
this.
me, Corey, and Leo on YouTube Live right now. Can you hop on?
Yeah, let me, yeah, give me 1 second.
Or just go click the link and be camera ready.
Alright, bet.
All right, go on. All right, so he should be joining anytime soon. I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself? Oh, you muted
Oh,
yourself.
my bad. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to make her mad, bro. This is my opinion. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
it's just.
I understand. I'm glad you didn't take it the wrong way, and nobody really just like everybody's
Well, I
just
mean, I expected it, bro. It's a touchy subject.
yeah. But I'm glad we all handled it this the right way, man. We just like I just want us to just talk about something and enjoy it.
We need to do this in person too.
Not for real. But I low-key want to do. I want to do a podcast. I want this to like turn into like um a podcast, like something we could all like get paid from and all do like consistently and talk about.
Yeah, I love to talk about females too, bro.
Okay, let's talk about that. All right, so another thing we were talking about was hold on, I wrote some notes down. We're talking about 5 characteristics your significant other needs to have.
Okay, what you
What are
mean?
yours? Like, I want my significant other top 5 things. She has to be loyal. She has to be XYZ. But you only get
Mhm.
5. 5 needs. She has to have this. What are your 5?
She has to have 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. You go first, bro. You go first.
Okay, I said number 1. I need a girl that shares the same faith as me. Equally, I need
Mm.
to be equally yoked. That kind of sums up a lot. Like if we believe the same things, we won't disagree on a bunch of stuff. So that's
Mm.
1.
It's like a
2,
foundation.
yeah, it's a foundation. 2, loyalty. 3, um, let me send TJ this link because I don't think he might not have it. Um, 2, loyalty. 3, I want a girl to be logical.
Okay,
Like I want you to be a logical thinker, not an emotional thinker. So
that's asking for a lot.
when you tell me what's wrong, I don't want to hear like I feel like this. Like tell me what's actually going on.
Mm.
So I'll use an instance. I feel like you're cheating on me. What did I do to show you I'm cheating on you? Like is there proof that you could bring this charge up against me? If I don't
Mm.
show you any proof, you can't say like I feel like I'm cheating. Like 'cause you could feel any feelings come and go.
Right.
So, you know what I
That's
mean.
facts. That's
So
facts.
logical. I want logical. I don't want emotional thinkers. That's 3, right? 4. I need you to have respect for first yourself, others, and me. Because when I
Mm.
bring you around certain people, I don't want you to like just I don't know what this person gonna say. Like this person might flip out at any given moment. I don't know what's gonna happen. You're a loose cannon. Like I can't have that. And
Right.
5, I need uh 5. Okay, Leah back on. So me 5 could be what just something like loyalty. That's cool.
Mm.
What's your 5?
You talking to Leah or me?
You.
I don't really got a 5, bro. I'm not really like. I think women are a little bit too uninteresting. You feel me? To like really, um, to really want to partner up. You know what I mean? You feel me? Like I think like is this does this count? Does this qualify or no?
What do you mean?
Is this discussion like my like what I just said? Like is that will that suffice as an answer, or are you honestly looking for a 5?
I mean, if you don't want to answer, I'm cool with that too.
No, like I can answer it, but like I don't think a lot of women have this trait. Like I think number one, I feel
There's
like
somebody
she
out there
needs
with
to
it. Yeah.
possibly, yeah, yeah, that's true.
All right.
But
All right. Listening.
oh, list them. Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said listen.
Oh no.
Um,
List them. List them.
number one, be able to carry on a deep conversation without getting without your attention span moving to Instagram, Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? And that
Mhm.
leads me into number two, no social media. I'm not really into girls who are like super into the getting attention and stuff like that from social media. That's just me, bro. Like I've noticed that women who don't have social media, they have certain personality traits, that are usually interesting because they have to, they're forced to get their stimulus from somewhere else other than a screen, you know what I'm saying, on social media, stuff like that.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And number three, um, I would say just feminine. You know what I'm saying? None of that masculine stuff. Just feminine in a way in the aspect that she y'all hear my dog, huh?
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah, can you think? I don't know. Hold on. But in the aspect that she not like there's women out there who act like dudes like sexually. You feel me? Like it's hard to explain,
Called a dyke.
but I guess what?
It's called a dyke.
No, I'm not talking about that type. Nah, I'm not talking about the dykes. Nah, they cool, right? They're dykes. But number four though, I'm not really into promiscuous women. Like women with a whole bunch of they got like a whole
Yeah.
bunch of.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. Like yeah. And then number
Definitely
five,
not.
bro, just loyalty, like you said. That's it. That's it for me.
Okay. Um. Another thing. Let's come up with
Hey,
topics on the fly. What
okay.
what do you want? What would you want to talk about, Corey?
I don't know, bro. I'm into like the
What we've been
like the
talking
race
about?
the race stuff. Yeah, like that stuff, the stuff that makes people mad. Like I'm into those type of discussions. I think
Okay.
I upset Leah. I wasn't meaning to, but I was
No, you
just
didn't upset me once again. I have a job that I'm currently at and I have things to do. So if I have to go do what I gotta do real quick, I'll go do what I gotta do real quick.
Yeah, she's on the clock right now.
okay.
So I
Okay.
didn't rage quit. I'm not. Mm-mm.
What else do what's a touchy subject to talk about? And I'm gonna chop up some of these clips and then
You
post
might
them.
need to. Yeah, you need to. You need to.
But I definitely want to do like a podcast. So if you guys would be down, we could just do four of us. It could be me, you, TJ, Leah.
Where's TJ? I thought you
Mm.
invited him.
I did. He didn't pop up. But he didn't. Yeah, he just didn't come in yet. So it's whatever. Um, what do you think? That's another thing black people talk about. Okay, this is a good one. What do you think about gun control and Joe Biden's plan for that? The gun taxes,
Oh,
taxes
the
on
gun taxes.
yeah.
What? I think we should start over. What do we think about gun control, like in general, in the first place?
Okay,
Would you
so
say that?
I believe guns. People should have guns. I feel like people should be armed. I feel like it's a right, and
Hmm.
I'm all for it. I'm all for protecting yourself, bearing arms. And I feel like if you take away the guns from law-abiding citizens, the criminals will just have them. So I feel like
Absolutely.
the good has to outweigh the bad. So
Hmm.
I feel like if there's more people in Chicago with guns, there'll be less gun violence.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
What do
definitely.
you guys think?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, and then we can start off, or we can end with
I
Lee.
think I think people like forget what the actual reason why. we, the right to bear arms was even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It because what trips me out is that people, they say how much they hate, the police, they hate the government and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, they vote for people or vote for policies that empower them. And the whole reason why the Second Amendment is a thing is to guard, for the citizens to guard themselves against a tyrannical government.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole reason it was there. It was put in there for, because remember, you got to remember that the war had just ended. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? The war ended in 1783. So, and the Constitution, I believe, was implemented in what, 1789, one of those. And so, um, so I think, yeah, absolutely, bro. There's no question about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about it. Because what happened right before the Hitler, what he did to the Jews, they confiscated the guns.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't defend yourself against the government without, weapons and the right to bear arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I,
Okay.
I agree with what you said about Chicago. I do agree with what you said about Chicago. I think more people would be afraid to do whatever they wanted to do with their own guns if they knew other people, or they, suspected that other people had guns.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So me and you kind of on the same page, but you're more on like a patriotic way of thinking. I would say, right?
Not even patriotic, bro. Not even patriotic, but I get what you're saying though.
Mm-hmm. All right, Leah. What do you think?
Gun control.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about gun control.
Okay. Um. Well, pretty much the the Joe Biden thing is he's trying to tax all pistol grip guns, which is ARs and just any pistol grip gun. What do
Hmm.
you think about that? As far as owning guns, but you're just being taxed to death to own them.
I mean, I
In
just
my
think it's
opinion,
a. Oh, my bad, my bad,
Everybody,
my bad.
whoever wants to go first.
Go ahead, Leah.
um, well, I don't know. I don't really talk about guns because I don't have a good experience with them.
Okay. All right, so we'll skip you for this one then.
So it's just my father was murdered by a gun, so I don't really speak on that topic
Okay.
because that topic kind of answers itself.
hmm Okay. All right, so you, Corey?
Now, as far as the tax, I just think it's another way to,
No, the tax.
you know, the tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just another way to, I think their intention is to slow down, obviously, the purchase of, the what he's taxing. But I just think it's another way for government to collect money. It's just a tax, bro. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a tax. I don't agree with it, obviously. I think if the government wants more money, they should stop spending so much.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Okay. Um.
We got
I,
Chanel in here.
yeah, we got Chanel in here. It's lit.
We got Chanel in here.
I'm excited. Um.
I'm excited too
I
because I
believe.
know.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I believe we shouldn't get taxed for it. Extra because guns are expensive.
Hmm.
Guns are not cheap. So I think the taxes were like I need to get the numbers, like the facts about these types of stuff, bringing them up. But
They're
So
talking
you,
about how Biden wants to tax people with guns
he said nobody
and
should
how
own
they
an AR
disagree. Why do you need an AR?
for home defense.
Why?
Because what if somebody tries to invade your property and all you got is a
Why can't you
pistol?
just have a pit? What's wrong? What's wrong with having a pistol?
That's not
wait,
that
wait,
could.
Leah, didn't you say you hate the police? Are you comfortable with the police having more advanced weapons than you?
Didn't you say that police don't target us?
That's not the point. Are you okay?
That is my point.
No, no, no. Are you okay? Are you okay with the police having more advanced weapons than ordinary citizens.
They're going to have it regardless. They're police. That means that they're part of the
No,
government.
so yes or no. So you are okay with them having more advanced weapons than
That's
the
what
average
it's been
citizen?
for years.
No, it's not actually.
Nobody should have nobody should have an AR. Thank you. It is excessive. Like
I
why do you need an AR?
I
Like
I
no,
believe
that my
ARs.
question never gets my question did not get answered. Like a lot of my questions don't get answered.
Why do you need?
I can answer it
Why do you?
for home defense.
Okay, but why do you need an
She
AR for
said
home
you only
defense?
need a pistol, bro. She said all you need is a pistol for home defense.
Pistols don't spit. Like if we be, but not for real on the real. If somebody, if I only have a pistol, that's that's the
Thank you,
entry level.
Chanel.
That's entry level guns.
Do you see the comments, Brody?
Yeah, I'm reading them.
What they saying, bro? Let's see what they saying.
How you can become a cop with no degree, only a few months of training. The police should have better training. That's the issue.
You said, wait, hold on. Wait, you talking
I
about
just
gunshot?
personally say you don't need an AR for home defense. Home defense, you can be solid with a shotgun or a pistol. You don't need a full-blown AR.
I think you definitely need a full-blown AR because, like I said, look, when your government come knocking at your door telling you what to do, the citizens can't do nothing. So when Hitler came and rounded up the Jews, but if the Jews had AR-15s, what was really going to be the deal? What was really going to be
You
the
don't
deal? You feel me?
need an AR to do that. But okay. Like you guys are failing to understand it's
What you
excessive.
mean? Hold on.
You're also failing to understand the number of people that just walk around and kill people for no reason with ARs. You're forgetting the Vegas
It doesn't happen
massacre.
that much.
You're forgetting a whole bunch of stuff. You're forgetting all the high schools that get shot up. You're forgetting a lot of different aspects. You do not need an AR.
All right, boom.
There's no reason for you to have an AR just sitting in your house, expecting somebody to come in your house. Why do you need an AR? You can easily have a shotgun or a pistol.
Big man.
Nah, they don't. Nah, hold on. Hey, what's up, TJ? But look,
Yes,
you
sir.
said all you. But see, that's not the point. See, Trey was talking about home defense.
That is the point.
I'm talking about if Hitler.
No,
I'm
he's
talking about
not
if Hitler was
talking
running
about
up the
strictly
Jews.
home defense.
I'm
He's
saying if
talking
Hitler was
about-
running up the Jews, but the Jews had ARs. You feel me? If the Jews had what the Nazis had, it would have been a fade. It would have been a fair fade.
Would have been a fair fate.
It would have been a fair fate. And so you're telling me that the government can't do what the Nazis did? They can't do that?
So I'm confused.
You over here making it seem like the government hates black people.
It's not a lie.
And, wait, hold on. Question. And
So why not arm yourself? Go ahead, bro.
How many? What's more common, home invasions or school shootings with AR-15s?
At
Home
this
invasions.
point,
Easy.
okay.
Home invasions.
TJ, what would you say?
Okay.
What?
Home invasions? Okay, wait. What's the question again?
All right. So how it
This
started
is
off.
really getting off the fucking topic. The topic was our opinion on gun control. Trey said that he wants to have a whole full-blown AR. Me and Chanel in the comments said that an AR is a little excessive. And I asked him why does he need it, and he said for home defense. I said there's no reason for you to have an AR for home defense. You can easily have a shotgun or pistol. Then they're like, oh no, now he's bringing up the Jews on some weirdo shit. Talking about I don't know. I hate when motherfuckers.
It's facts.
Wait,
you know what they say?
Wait, hold on, wait, real quick. What's the difference from an AR and a pistol?
The difference is time.
I mean, they both are semi-automatic. So I mean, I don't see the difference really either. One's more accurate.
You think you should know the ignorance is real.
Alright,
you're bringing up a whole.
Hold on, wait. Chanel, I feel like you should join so it could be 2 women. Wait, it's not even enough. It's 3 men. Oh man.
No, but it's okay. She's in here in the comments. I got it. I'm gonna hold. I'm a POP hold down.
Girl, Chanel, you better come in and hold your homegirl down.
She's in the comments. She got me.
All right, man. All right, TJ, continue.
I don't even know where I left off at. I mean,
so basically,
I don't know what the problem is.
Right.
I'm listening.
Do you remember the shooting in Vegas?
I
The
do.
shooting in Vegas.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It was a couple years ago.
What was bro
yeah. I think it
name?
was like
Dude,
2018, bro.
dude was shooting out of the hotel into a
Oh
country
yeah, yeah,
concert.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he was using an AI.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you believe that something like that should just be in anybody's home, just awaiting for versus a pistol? The
But
pistol
he
is just a
also used a
handheld.
What? But my thing is, what's the? Does it really matter? What's the difference?
The difference is, I want to say,
If I
shooting
shoot you
time is
with an AR and a
definitely
pistol, if I have a pistol and I have an AR and I shoot you, is it going to cause the same damage or what?
a
Go
shot
Corey,
is
you
a
know more.
shot.
Go Corey, you have
We got
more
Chanel here.
well,
understanding
if
about guns.
if
An
well, if
AR,
I think the
the
guy.
shooting time. I think.
Would do
I
this.
think.
No,
I,
he used a bump stock. He
This
used a
shit
bump stock. So he upgraded his weapon, so it was able to fire fully automatic instead of semi-automatic like a pistol.
Mhm.
But if the AR-15 is by itself, it only fires semi-automatic. You can't. It doesn't like where you hold the fucking the trigger, and it just shoots.
Yeah.
Fully automatic. AR-15s don't do that, bro. It's not an M4. You feel me? They don't do that.
Chanel, can you turn your camera this way?
she's fine.
And since more people are on, I'll say let's like try our best to take turns.
But
Okay.
he used a bump stock though, so he used a bump stock, so he was able to fire fully automatic, and that was the issue. And I'm pretty sure there was a ban on those bump stocks and all that stuff back then. So,
I
but
think
an
the point
AR-15 by
that
itself, yeah, is not
I
really
don't
Thank
not
you,
really the
Chanel.
difference.
personally, I feel like AR should be harder to get. I'm not saying that nobody should be able to get them, but I don't feel like everybody should have access to buying them. I feel like there should be classes and courses to ensure that niggas aren't out here just owning ARs being fucking reckless. Because
Thank
that's how
you.
you have we end up with statistics like earlier this year before the pandemic hit, where we're having 3 to 4 school shootings a day using these semi-automatic
Thank
weapons.
you.
Okay,
Exactly.
there
Thank
there
you.
are there are classes, and there's in California you can't even get certain guns. So like the
Yeah,
ARs
they're
is like
banned. They're banned. Yeah,
yeah,
But
they,
I'm saying this is a nationwide issue. This isn't just a California issue. It should be across the board.
across
Mental
the
health
board.
evaluations, physical evaluations, along with having to take courses.
Okay, I for AR-15, mm,
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
No, you should have a
maybe
psyche for any gun.
nah
You
nah.
should
Any
have to go
gun.
through a
Any
psyche for
gun.
any
Do you
gun.
guys know that in California, if you have been held on a 5150,
Wait. So
most
wait,
people
real,
cannot
real quick
legally go
though.
buy a gun
So
for
the
5 years.
people, the guys that I guess were going in schools with AR, did they have them legally or illegally?
They took their
Most of them have them
illegally.
legally. Most of them are their
Some
father's
of them are
guns.
legal. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, I can't hear you because you guys are both talking. What did you say? Yeah. Or
Most of
wait.
them are legal. Like the big one that happened on Valentine's Day, I think it was 2 years ago. That one was he legally owned that gun.
So there
The
will be
Sandy
the
Hook
difference.
shooting, those ones were legally owned.
Mhm.
Same with the Vegas shooting.
Hey, we got 4 viewers watching now.
I'm just saying.
Huh?
Or Korea.
Exactly.
I think
They
you
just
should
want
be
to
having a
swing up
psyche.
guns.
There's no reason that I think a psych is actually not that much to ask for.
And
Why
it's
Trey, do you
honestly
think
not. A
otherwise?
psych evaluation literally doesn't even take that
You
long.
said for all guns.
Yes, for all
Why
guns.
do
You
you
should
think
not be
that?
able to
Okay,
own a gun if you are
so
not
hold on.
mentally stable.
Hey, let me put it in terms that he can understand. Let's use for example, your neighbor. He has. Do you know what schizophrenia is?
Schizophrenia is people that just trip, right?
No. See, that's
No.
first of all the problem on this topic is you're uneducated. I'm gonna just
Okay.
tell you right now, you're
Oh,
uneducated.
we're not going to insult people. This is
I
I'm
don't know.
not
Inform me.
insulting, but
Let her
I'm
I
trying
don't
to.
educate.
take
Let
it
I
for.
if
am.
she feels like someone is less educated, let her educate you.
Yeah, just tell me.
Yeah. So like I'm saying, Shay, I can hardly hear you. I think you should probably get like an AirPod or something because it's hard to hear you. But
It's not even that.
schizophrenia is when you hear and see things that are not there. So it's just like you're. I don't know how else I could just say this without making it sound. Yeah, you trip, but you're tripping because you're hearing voices in your head saying, "Oh, go up in here and kill this person." or oh, they're looking at you funny. Oh, nobody likes you. There's voices that are in your head that are not normal. So do you think that somebody who has a voice in their head telling them to kill people should own a gun of any sort?
No, nobody with a mental illness should be able to
Hold
own
on,
a
I'm
gun.
asking Trey. I'm
No,
asking
I would
Trey.
say no. I would say no.
Exactly. So, and on the outside, I could look totally fine, but on the inside, that should
Chanel off.
determine if I own a gun or not. Because you don't know if I'm mentally stable.
Chanel's out of
You
here.
don't
There
know
are
what's in
people
my
who are
head.
mentally stable.
That's fine. They should just be able to clear a psyche just so they can have a gun. But if you have some
But
mental
okay, so you're
instability
saying it's
issues,
okay for if you have a clear psyche, it's okay for you to go out and kill people.
and that's not a clear psyche.
No,
You
that's not true.
haven't. That's not a clear
That's not
psyche.
true.
So now you're a
That's not true.
psychiatrist. Is that what you? So. Whoa, what
You're
happened?
not
Well,
Now
I'm
that-
trying to.
that-
I'm trying to get all the. Hold on, I don't know
I
what
never
happened.
said I was a psychologist.
No, because you're saying that if
I like this
if
better.
you can't, you're
Spotlight
not.
people who
You
talking.
saying you
I
saying
don't
you're
like
not
that
capable.
actually.
All right, let me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that either.
It's
But
like Thor.
you said
Yeah,
Wow.
fuck you.
you
Yeah.
said that you're not capable. You must be crazy if you're going out killing people. Is that what you're saying? But that's not really the topic at hand. Let's stay on subject, bro. Let's stay on subject.
So you
Chanel, you
think
muted yourself.
you think the Vegas thing was he was stable? Do you think any of
Yeah,
the people who just go into a place where children learn that they're mentally stable, you think that's okay, or what part are you failing to understand?
I mean, that's not really. I have my opinion on that. I'm not really gonna like say it on camera, but like that's
But
not really
that's
the
a part of
argument
the
here.
psychiatric thing that you should be able to pass in order to legally own a gun.
So if you
Okay,
pass
is a
that,
topic.
when the situation comes where you kill somebody, then what?
Why are you killing? Why? Okay, first of
It's
all,
an
do you know what?
accountability level. It's an accountability level at the end of the day, because if you are mentally unstable, you should not be able to just walk into a pawn shop or somewhere and make a legal purchase of a gun.
We agree with that. Nobody's arguing that though.
No one's arguing that.
But
I'm
yeah,
just
y'all-
saying,
That being said,
not
that has to be a
everybody, not
standard
every
for
murder
buying
that
a gun.
happens
It has to be
is
a
the
psych
somebody who's
evaluation.
unstable, mentally unstable.
But we're saying in
Yeah,
order
if
to
that's the case,
own a
then, I mean-
gun,
So what?
In order to be a
To-
gun owner, you need to pass a
Thank
psych
you.
evaluation.
that's actually not a lot to ask for.
So you're saying that, right? So when you go in there to buy your gun, right? They got like a little back room with a psychiatrist waiting on you, and you
It's like
gotta
you're not
like, you know.
taking it
No,
seriously,
it's
dude.
no in the
No,
places
ask the
that
question.
have
It's
these
a-
things in order.
That's a real
you
question.
have to go to your doctor. Tell your doctor that you need to get a psych evaluation. Your doctor will arrange for it to be done, and when the paperwork is done in process, you then can take it with you to go make the purchase of the gun, because you now have proof from a doctor saying that you are mentally stable.
I
That's
personally,
not a lot to ask
But what
for.
TJ was saying,
It
hey,
doesn't
real
take a
quick,
long
what
time to
TJ was
figure out if
saying,
someone's mentally stable or not.
is okay. What if you pass that test? What happens next when you go shoot up a school after that?
Well, understand that at the end of the day, there's no way 100% to weed these people out, but by adding the psych evaluation, you're going to weed out most of them.
I feel
Exactly.
like a background check is enough, because with the background check, that shows that you have criminal intent and criminal history,
No.
and
No.
that's enough.
No. No.
What if your criminal
But
But
let me-
the
No.
point is people can access the guns anytime, any day, so it really don't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but saying like a background check alone is gonna say if they're stable or not. No, absolutely not, Trey. That's ignorant. That's real ignorant, because you don't have a background check. You have nothing on your background. You're clean
I have
as hell.
nothing on my back. I'm not a criminal.
Chanel, just
we
because
don't
you're
know
a
that.
criminal does not mean anything, Trey.
I mean, if I get a gun, I don't have criminal intent to use the gun because I have
That's-
nothing on my
that
background to
doesn't-
show you.
That doesn't mean anything. Having something on your background does not mean anything. Again, there's false convictions all the goddamn time, so that's real ignorant of you to say, Trey.
It was fine.
So I don't really get
There's-
like what we arguing with, like.
Yeah, I
should
really
we
don't.
go
Because-
there?
I don't know. I just feel like maybe
Leah and I feel like there should be stricter gun control. Y'all don't. That's the two sides right there.
basically
So like, what does stricter gun control mean to you though?
And we're trying to tell you,
Well,
and
okay,
y'all
let
just
me
being
say this.
weird.
My
Other than
thing
the
is, I work at a school, and I really and truthfully feel like it
Hey, wait,
sucks
hey,
that
hold on.
our kids
Wait,
have to live in
do you guys?
fear of
Chanel,
being
is there
shot. Like
where?
literally, I've had like kids in elementary school tell me that they're afraid of a school shooting happening. So there should be things
okay,
in place to protect, if nobody else, our children.
But
Fuck
don't
the
these
rest
shootings
of us.
happen in
These are
country zones
kids. These are
anyway?
their lives.
Chanel, is there a way you could turn your mic up?
Let me see.
All right, but
Hey,
continue,
What
don't
did you
Corey.
say, TJ?
I was saying,
so let
don't
me
most of
ask
these
you this.
shootings
I got two.
happen in gun-free
Hold
zones?
on. Hold on. What did you say, TJ?
I
You
said,
better
don't
talk
most
to
of these
me.
shootings happen in gun-free zones?
What?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, but he was low key talking over you, so I couldn't hear you.
I said,
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
asking you the question: do these shootings happen in gun-free zones?
What do you mean a gun free zone?
Like, uh, okay, so look, you have certain.
America is
Hey,
not a
Corey,
gun free zone, so that sounds like a stupid question. Okay.
oh shit! You know,
Yeah,
forget
this
what I
is why
said.
I just don't talk because y'all honestly are some fucking
Look. Hey,
bitches.
check it out. Check it out. I had a question real quick. My question was, all right. So you said kids got to live in fear, right? So
Yep.
how come these school shootings weren't so like such a big deal like back in the '60s and the '70s and the '80s? Like what was the difference there?
It's more
Well, do
frequent
you
now.
understand that as time
No,
progresses and
that's my
generations are
question.
born, people are changing, their mind states are
It'll
changing,
be,
the space that we
it'll
grew
be
up is
social media.
changing. We're entering an era where mental health is a big deal. There are a lot of people with
Mm-hmm.
mental health issues that don't seek help, that don't do these things, that did these issues weren't big, they weren't as widespread because populations were smaller back then. These incidents were smaller and isolated back then versus now there's a wider population and there's more of these issues coming to light.
I'm not
It comes
understanding
like
what a wider
social media, right?
population has to do with.
As the population grows, more people with mental health issues are born. Yes,
Well, I would have to look at the statistics on that actually.
that you don't need a
The
that's
statistic
for
is it
every
happens
like
more frequent. There's a school shooting normally without a pandemic. There's 3 to 4 school shootings a day. That
Okay,
is a
so
statistic. It used to not
so
happen. Shut
it's
up. Shut
schizophrenia.
up.
No, you
Fuck.
no,
Shut
it's
the
so
fuck up.
schizophrenia.
Nigga,
No,
shut
you
up.
started talking. You hey, look at you. You in your feelings right now. How about you calm
No,
your ass
because
down?
you
Nah,
go
you in
over
your
here
feelings
saying
right
my
now. You can't
gentleman's
talk.
fucking
No, you
line.
can't
You
talk.
never let me
Go,
speak.
go
You've
home
been
and cry
doing this the
if you in
whole
your
fucking
feelings.
time.
Go,
this nigga
hey,
insane.
nobody care about
This
your
nigga's
feelings but your
insane.
mama. So go home and cry if you can't have a
Nobody's
conversation.
feelings is hurt. You being a fucking asshole. You
It
being a
sound,
whole ass
it
And
sound
nigga
like,
bitch.
in the corner
it
sleeping.
sound like,
Because
it
people
sound
niggas
like your
don't know
feelings
what
is hurt.
All
education is.
right,
Bro,
whatever, bro. All right,
hey,
bro.
So go
Because
ahead, hey,
typical
go ahead,
niggas don't
log
want to
off.
educate
Hey,
themselves.
shut the fuck
Go
hey,
up.
home.
hey, look, if we can have an adult conversation,
Come on,
No,
dog.
because I swear to God, because when you
if
come
we,
out here, nigga, I'm gonna put hands on you because you're being real disrespectful to a fucking computer. You don't fucking know
I'm
me,
being
nigga.
disrespectful.
That's the fucking point.
Look,
You
hey,
want me
she
to have
mad.
a
She
gun,
mad.
nigga? You don't fucking
She
know
mad.
me. So shut the
She
fuck
mad.
up.
I look at her. She
You fucking
mad, bro.
disrespect me through a computer, bitch.
hey, Leah
Like,
Hey,
can't
shut
how
have
the
a
that
gun,
fuck
bro.
disrespect?
up.
Hey,
How did I disrespect you? How did I disrespect you? Answer that.
He said, "How
You
did
just,
I
hey, you
Leah
just,
disrespect
can't
you?"
have a
Answer
gun.
that
Now you want to play the stupid card.
as if Leah
hey,
was
Now you
scared
want
you
to
just
play
because
the
mad
nobody
because
stupid
I
knows
got,
card.
how to
And
talk
you
then
mad
about
because
what?
I
You
got a
think
emotions.
it's
different
You're a
funny,
opinion,
bitch
bro.
huh?
ass nigga.
You think it's funny, huh?
Yeah, I do. What you
Keep the
gonna do?
fucking same energy, bitch, when I see you. That's it. End
Oh,
of
what you gonna
conversation.
do? What you gonna do?